What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin. Welcome to your Week 7 review of the Carolina Panthers game, the weekly review that I do. The Carolina Panthers got beat down 38-17 by the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. I don't have much to say good. That's positive in terms of the Carolina Panthers. They looked like shit. I'm gonna get into the specifics in just a second, but you know your team is playing terrible when you go back and watch it on rewind, and just about every play, especially on defense, you cringe because guys are missing tackles, stupid penalties, blown coverages. Just it was pathetic, and to me it goes down to effort, and I didn't see much effort from majority of the players. Luke Kuechly, you're gonna see effort from him, but he's only one man. He's only one guy. No pass rush. Got Aaron Rodgers just sitting back there, clean pocket. Run defense terrible. Guys can't cover down the field. Guys can't tackle. It was pathetic. But I'm gonna get into the specifics a little, really quick. Quarterback star Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, 19 of 22, 255 yards, 11.6 average per attempt, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. He was sacked twice, but he sat back. He sat back for the most part. They didn't get very much pressure on him. He sat back for the most part and picked them apart. Cam Newton on the other end, 17 to 31, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, sacked 3 times. Cam was missing a lot of throws, but the defense has been playing so bad this year. It puts so much pressure on an offense, which struggles with scoring, struggles with driving the ball down the field. He doesn't have the receivers. He doesn't have the running back. He doesn't have the offensive line. So they struggle, especially against a team like Green Bay, who can put the game out of reach really fast with that offense. Derek Anderson came in 5 of 8, 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Doesn't matter. Game was over by then. Rushing attack, Eddie Lacy, 12 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. James Starks, 7 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And Rodgers also ran three times for 21 yards. John Kuhn, two carries, 4 yards. And Randall Cobb, 1 carry for 2 yards. Carolina side, I think they did get Jonathan Stewart back. But the problem, I want to say, with the rushing game in this game, you weren't able to run it that much because you were out of the game in the first quarter. Jonathan Stewart, 13 carries, 50 yards. Cam Newton, 7 carries, 41. Obadiah, 5 carries, 17 yards. It doesn't, it's good to get Jonathan Stewart back, but it doesn't matter. We're down 21-0 in the first quarter, so hell, 28-3 at the end of the half. So the game was pretty much over. You couldn't even run the ball. You had to air it out at that point. Green Bay receiving Randall Cobb completely destroyed the Panthers secondary. 6 receptions, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordy Nelson burned bum Antoine Cason, 4 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. That 1 touchdown with the 59-yarder when he burned Antoine Cason, and Roman Harper made a pathetic attempt at a tackle. Adams, 1 reception, 21. Eddie Lacy, 3 receptions, 10. Corliss, 1 reception, 9. James Starks, 1 reception, 7 yards. And that's about it. Greg Olsen on Carolina side of things. Greg Olsen, 8 receptions, 105 yards. Like I said, this came later in the game. The game was over. At that point, I didn't care. They sucked it. They sucked really bad in the first quarter. Watching that game live, I was tempted to just turn the shit off. Kelvin Benjamin, who was playing, he was concussed last week, but he played in this game. 3 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Game was out of reach anyway. Williams, 2 receptions, 22. Jericho Cotry, 3 receptions, 21. Burson, 3 receptions, 21. Jonathan Stewart, 1 reception, 12. And Jason Avant, 2 receptions, 6. Um, let's see. Carolina had one turnover. Green Bay had none. The one turnover was a pick by, of course, Cam Newton. The most important things in this game was, without bringing in statistics. Matter of fact, let me get through the defenders. Everybody on Carolina looked like shit outside of Luke Kuechly. Yep. For Green Bay, Julius Peppers had 1.5 sacks. He played good. Clay Matthews actually did well in the run game against the run. He was able to get some pressure. Clinton Dixon, he made some plays in the backfield. And let me see who had that pick. Hayward was the one who got the one pick of Cam Newton. So Green Bay was able to get some pressure on Newton. Secondary did a good job of covering. They were able to force Carolina's bad offense into a lot of 3-and-outs. And they gave the offense short fields. Let's see. On to the penalties. Penalties were huge. If you go watch that game, I want to say the first 3 defensive drives when Carolina defense was on the field, they had back-to-back encroachment penalties. Back-to-back. I believe this is the first. It might have been the second drive. I believe this is the first drive. They had back-to-back encroachment penalties. They had a personal foul penalty, late hit. They got no pressure on they got no pressure on Aaron Rodgers. He was able to sit back and pick them apart. It was a pathetic showing. No Panther fans can come in there and come and tell me after watching this game they thought Carolina showed promise or they thought Carolina played decent. No, they didn't. You watch that game, they looked terrible. The score, despite it still being 3 touchdowns, it's not indicative of how Carolina played in this game. Those 17 points, I'll say about 10 of them. Yeah, I would say about 10 of them garbage time. The game was out of reach. Like I said, the game was out of reach by the first half, and it didn't matter at that point. Because you knew Carolina's offense, they can't come back down that much. Third down efficiency, Carolina's 4 of 12, Green Bay was 4 of 11. It was about the same in that regard, but it didn't matter because Green Bay didn't get in many third downs because they were scoring on first and second. Time possession. Carolina won time possession. It's because Green Bay was scoring so damn quick and Carolina was getting the ball back. Trust me, that Carolina offense wasn't doing anything in that 30 minutes, 11 seconds. For the most part, and Carolina got beaten in about every regard. And it's been a trend this season that Carolina held the NFC South that looked like trash. Carolina, that was a team they were, people were saying that, they're opposed to having a drop-off season compared to last with all the losses, and I see why. The secondary is one of the worst in football. I've never seen guys so bad at tackling, so bad in space. The front four, Charles Johnson, what do we pay him for? Without Greg Hardy, they're not getting any pressure, and he's not going to be there pretty much the whole season. These, Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, I like those guys, but the rest of those guys, Roman Harper, Thomas Deku, Melvin White, who else? Ben Wickery, Antoine Cason. Those guys are trash. Every last one of them are trash. Coming into the draft, to me, the season is just about over with the way this defense has been playing. And the offense never had a really good offense. It was the defense last year that kept the games close so that offense will always be in it. But it hasn't been that way this year. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know how bad the Carolina Panthers look. If you watch this game, if you rewatch this game, they looked like shit. Coming to the next game, let me see. Carolina Panthers are. Let me see. 3-4-1. We gotta play Seahawks. Great. We're at home against the Seahawks, and I don't expect our defense to look good. Russell Wilson had a good game last week. They almost came back and beat the St. Louis Rams. They did lose, but Russell Wilson looked good in that game, and I expect them to look good in the next game. Green Bay's heading to New Orleans to play the Saints. Another struggling NFC South team, who just recently lost to the Detroit Lions. So, NFC South has not been looking that good this year. But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Of course, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.